I don't mind telling you that I was stoked when I was approached by this designer to photograph her original creations. Britt from Sailor Swayze creates these gowns from 99.9% recycled and found objects. The only thing that's not recycled is the thread that she uses to sew this all together. For a photographer, being asked to photograph these amazing fashions is a dream come true. Britt uses garbage bags, plastic bottles, aluminium cans, stained and damaged tablecloths and curtains, and all sorts of things to produce these amazing fashions. Now, as you know, I like to plan all of the shoots that I do. I planned this shoot fairly fully. The times that we were going to be at the various different locations and the styles of lighting that I was going to use at these particular locations. We had a few challenges because quite a lot of things went wrong on the day. But it's a testament to Britt, our beautiful model, Roxanne, and all of the people that were there to help me, that this shoot came off so well. The shots are amazing, and we faced a lot of challenges along the way. The first challenge that we faced was that the shoot started late, and I wanted to be at each of these 4 locations at precisely the time when the sun was going to be at its best. We were shooting in the evening, in the twilights. I wanted to start when the sun was up and then progress through as that sun got close to the horizon and after it went below the horizon, and then towards a night shoot at the last location. But being half an hour late meant that we were a little bit pushed for time all the way through. The second thing that went wrong is that I got stuck in traffic. There was a rock concert on the same night that we were shooting, and I got stuck in the traffic for half an hour between location 1 and location 2. So that put us further back. Luckily, the other people in the shoot took a different route and they were able to get there on time. The third challenging thing that happened to us was that I forgot some of my gear. I forgot some of my lighting accessories, which made it a little bit more of a challenge to get the results that I wanted. It worked out fine. It actually worked out better because I had to be a bit more creative with the style of lighting that I used. And the fourth thing that went wrong was that Robbie, my usual video guy, who does a fantastic job, couldn't make it along to this shoot. So Deb and Greg, my 2 assistants, cobbled together some video from their devices that they had. It's not fantastic because Robbie does an amazing job, but I'm sure you'll forgive me a little bit of lack of video quality for the content of this video. You're going to learn a lot of stuff and you're going to see some amazing images, and you'll see how we do it. Now, one of the things I wanted to do with this shoot was to use 4 different lighting styles. Not that that was a prerequisite to the shoot, but I knew that these 4 different outfits that we were going to shoot required a different approach to each of them. So I styled the lighting around the type of outfit it was, what sort of things we were going to do, what poses we were going to use, all of those things. So it worked out amazingly well, and you'll see those 4 different styles in this video. The first location we went to was the pump house. I knew that this background would really set off the outfit that we're going to shoot, but I wanted to underexpose that background a little bit, just so that the model and the gown popped off that background. We used soft light, 120 centimetre softbox on our flash, because I wanted to get that softer feel and light this whole gown from head to toe nice and evenly. We moved the light around various different places, generally from front right of camera, and then we moved it around to 90 degrees from camera. I also asked Roxy to turn her face towards that light so that we got the nicest light on her face that we possibly could. We moved it around a little bit. I shot the back of the gown a couple of times, but it really didn't work well. Because of the collar and the detail on the top of the gown, it was difficult to get a nice shot of Roxy's face and the gown in the shot as well. I did a couple of shots of the back because Britt would like to have some of those shots, the detail in the outfit. But then we moved over to an area where we could get Roxy up on the stairs, so I could shoot upwards towards her. To give her a little bit more power in the shot, to shoot upwards means that she looks very elegant and very confident in the gown. Now, the expressions that we used in this particular shoot, all the way through, I talked to Roxy about the sort of expressions that I wanted. I wanted something a bit arrogant, a little bit confident. I wanted her to be tall and proud in these outfits, and that was important, the expression that we get when we're posing Roxy. I also suggested the poses that she get into, and she just tweaked them a little bit. Roxy is quite an experienced model, so she was good at doing that, but it's always good to have a bit of a combination of the photographer's posing ideas and the model's tweaking of those particular poses. All of these locations that we used were chosen because they would suit the outfit that we're going to shoot there. Now, all of these outfits that Britt has designed are designed around seaside themes. Various different seaside creatures and things and shells and things, but we didn't particularly want to shoot them at the beach or at the seaside because it's a little bit of a cliche thing. Because they're avant-garde type of style of fashion, we wanted to do something a bit off the wall, a little bit different. So we put them in locations that didn't match the theme or the inspiration from the shoot, and I think it worked really well. The second location we went to was the fort at King Edward Park. It's very high up on a hill on the coast. You've seen me shoot there before. It's one of my favourite spots. The composition and the timing are a big part of this shoot and most shoots that we do. You've seen me talk about timing before. So when we're doing still shots, we need to make sure that we time that shot when the model's expression and attitude is at its peak.
Said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever.
Now, my assistants, when they come to a shoot, are required to do a lot of things. I didn't ask Greg to do this, but he volunteered, and it helped Roxy get up on the concrete a little bit more elegantly, a little bit more easily. When we're doing moving shots, as we do quite a lot, we want to try and capture that moving shot, that swirling dress, as we got here, at the right time. Now, it's not always easy to coordinate that swirling of the dress, the model's expression, the attitude. So I tend to repeat these things over and over and time it slightly differently so that I know that I'm going to get a couple of shots or more that work really well. So we did this swirling type of thing over and over again and got a lot of good shots.
I wanna make this forever.
Now, all of these shots were taken with hard light, a bare bulb flash, so that that light is unmodified at all. I wanted to get that hard light look to show up the textures and the contours of this particular outfit, and it worked really well. Also, the shadows work quite well with this as well, both on the garment and on the background. So composing the shot the right way, including parts of the background that need to be there, and also underexposing that background a little. We also did a few still images, a few still poses, just so that Britt could show the way that the dress falls. I need to give Britt as much variety as I possibly can. I can run away with my ideas and do all of this creative movement and stuff, but if it doesn't achieve the results that she wants, then I haven't done the right thing. So we need to mix them up a bit. Here I got down below Roxy on the lower level so that I could shoot her up against that structure of the fort. It looked great because it gave her a little bit more power in the composition, and the lighting from the side really worked well with that bare bulb again.
Said that you felt lost 100 times before, going in circles on a one-way street, round until your feet get sore. Well, I guess you haven't heard, you've been got around no more. Things about to get much better, so I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever.
It's important on these shoots to have a bit of fun and to allow your people to have fun, particularly the model. because so much rides on her. Allowing people to get socials as well. People are often there to capture some content for themselves as well as for the clients. It was getting quite dark by now. I got to shoot a few shots with a little bit of colour in that sky in the background, but it wasn't a spectacular sunset and we were there a little bit late for it anyway. But we mixed them up a little bit, tried to get some shots, some more swirling shots and some bare shots, various different attitudes and poses from Roxy, and they look great.
Said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever.
The third location we got to, it was fairly dark. So Deb and Greg weren't particularly experienced with their video in that sort of darkness. So I just shot with some torch painting. You know the location is Bailey's estate. You've seen me do some light painting stuff there before. I just did a couple of shots with some light painting and we moved on to the last location.
Said that you felt lost 100 times before. Going in circles on a one-way street, running till your feet get sore.
By the time we got to the last location, it was about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So it was a very dark night and we were shooting in a tunnel.
Yeah. Do you want the red one just sitting on this column?
No, I want you to hold it.
Yep.
So there's a line in the mud just here. Not there.
There it is. So that's just right.
You get right at the back, please, Greg.
Yep.
Yeah.
So video was pretty much unattainable. We did shoot a little bit just to give a little bit of a feeling that it was there. It's not great quality because of that bright backlight in the background, but you get a bit of an idea. But here are some of the shots that we took and you'll see the results that we get and I'll talk about how we got them. The main light on Roxy was my bare bulb flash at about 15 degrees camera left onto the front of her to light the front of her. I also had a speed light with a blue gel on it, on a light stand around about waist height in behind Roxy, just to throw some backlight, some blue backlight or rim light around her hair and around the outfit, and to show up any highlights in that outfit. Then I had Greg in the background behind that light with a speed light with a red gel on it, and he was just moving it around according to my instructions, different parts of the scene, lighting the ceiling of the tunnel, lighting the walls, various different things. I didn't want him to light directly to the back of Roxy because we would be mixing that blue and the red gel and we'd just get a purple gel. So I wanted to try and separate those colours as much as possible.
1, 2, 3. What if you dangle it in the water? Yep. And then when I say 1, 2, 3, lift it up so that the water flows off the ends of it.
Yeah, we're getting droplets. It's so cool.
Yep.
You see them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I can't see if that came out, but these are looking really good. You can see these? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now this tunnel had about 2 centimetres of water on the floor, and it's a perfectly level floor, so the water was nicely distributed over the whole of the floor of the tunnel, which was great because we got those terrific reflections in the floor of the tunnel. Now this wasn't pot luck. I visited all of these locations in the afternoon of the shoot just to make sure I knew what was there and how we could use it. So I knew that this tunnel was going to have a film of water over the floor, and I knew that I could use it in that way. So Roxy did a whole range of different poses, various different things. I instructed her and Britt instructed her as well. One advantage of having that water in the tunnel was that we could ask Roxy to dip the drapes from the outfit into the water, and when she threw them up in the air, we got water droplets. You can see the water droplets here in the air. It just added a little bit more sparkle, particularly with that backlight from the speed lights. We had a lot of fun up here doing these shots. Shooting in complete darkness is not the easiest thing in the world. But most importantly, Roxy had fun. She was really enjoying it. She's a fantastic model. And we got some really unusual poses to suit the avant-garde theme of these designer outfits.